Well, good Monday morning to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. I hope you guys are fired up for another wonderful day, as I am. You have been given a gift, this gift called life, and so I hope you choose today to enjoy it to its maximum capacity. All right, let's go ahead and go there real quick. Each choice that you make, because you are making choices every day, each choice you make is actually a vote for the type of person you intend to become. What am I talking about? Zig Ziglar is the originator of a concept of sequence of thinking that goes this way: be, do, have, give. As the originator of this, the concept is first we must become the type of person we need to be in order to do the things that that person would do, so that ultimately we can have what it is we've set our mind and our goals to. And then his son, Zig Ziglar's son Tom, added, so that ultimately we can give. Be, do, have, give. And everybody gets it out of order, where they focus on, well, if I just do this, then I'll be happy. Well, if I just had that, I would just be happy. Well, if I could just do these things the way that person does it, if I could just have that thing like that person does, then I'd be happy. And out of sequence, things never produce lasting satisfaction or fulfillment. Our true fulfillment comes from working towards becoming the person that we have the capacity to become. Jim Rohn makes a powerful charge against humanity when he says, how tall will a tree grow? As tall as it can grow. How long will a vine grow? It will grow as long as it can grow. Man is the only living creature on earth that can choose to say, I am done growing. That's it. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stay right here. What a tragedy and a slap in the face of the Creator, who gave you a brilliant mind and many more opportunities than you may see. So every choice you make, every decision you make throughout the day is a vote towards the type of person you intend to become in this be, do, have equation. It's also been said that success is not something to be attained. Success is something that is attracted to the person you become. Well, that guy's just lucky. Hey, that girl's just lucky. They would say that luck is what occurs when preparation meets opportunity. Preparation is your job. Opportunity is God's job. And so these opportunities present themselves as someone gets ready. It's kind of like, if you think about being out of sequence, it's kind of like the person that says, well, if a law firm would just hire me, and they would just hire me, then I would go get my degree in law. Do you see how insane that is? Well, when I just have this, or if I could just do this, then I'll be happy. That's how out of sequence that is. We must become the type of person that can do the things we expect to do, have the things we hope to have, and ultimately be able to give the things that we intend to give. So every choice you make is a vote for the type of person you intend to become. Here's another perspective to consider it. Is your video matching your audio? In other words, is what you say important to you actually showing up in real life in your schedule? If someone's to say, my marriage is very important to me, God is very important to me, and then we were to go look in your schedule, what would we see? Would we see intentional, scheduled time to invest with or on or in that relationship? Or would we not see that? If somebody followed you around with a camera all week long and said, here's what we want you to do. We don't want to give you any information on this individual. We just want you to follow them around with a microphone and a camera, like FBI level observance material. And we just want you to follow around for a week. And at the end of that week, we want you to assess for us, along with a group of your peers, what is most important to that individual that you followed around all week. Let us know what their values are. Let us know what their standards are. Let us know how they showed up during that week. If that report was prepared for you, my friend, hold your boots for this. I'm afraid you may be shocked. I'm afraid you may be shocked that what you think and say is important to you and a priority most of the time is not. You see, we have this flaw as human beings where we tend to judge or critique other people based on their actions, yet we judge and critique ourselves on our intentions. So you see, when we are judging others based on their actions, and we are judging ourselves based on our intentions, we can actually trick ourselves into believing that we're experiencing the benefits of having taken the action when we may have never taken the action. We may have just intended to take the action. So every choice you make is a vote for the type of person you intend to become. If your intention is to be a great parent, then the choice you make when you're sitting in the living room to either grab your phone or set it down and have a conversation is a vote towards the type of parent you intend to become. Every time you see your child walk in the house and you are working on your tech, you are either continuing, how you doing, buddy, with your tech, or you are putting the laptop down and say, hey, buddy, how you doing? And you are making a vote for the type of person you intend to become. So every time you make a decision, it may seem insignificant. Lots of insignificant, similar decisions create a significant, huge wave of effect that many times is too late to realize it has shown up until it has shown up. So I would like to share with you today some insight around being mindful. And here's what I mean. Ask yourself, what do I really believe my values are? What do I really believe is important to me? And then I want you to go back and look at your schedule for the last week, and even look at your schedule this week moving forward, if you have ever even done that, and say, are the things that are most important to me built into my schedule intentionally? Or am I just like a leaf in the wind in Forrest Gump? Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, just floating around. Zig Ziglar would say, without clarity of direction and purpose, you are a wandering generality. With clarity of purpose, you become a meaningful specific. And many times again, the challenge we have is we judge others by their actions, we judge ourselves by our intentions, believing that we have executed on our intentions when we have not executed on our intentions, and yet we pat ourselves in the back and think we did really good when many times we didn't even take action moving towards what we say is important to you. Is your audio matching your video? Is what you say important to you and of high value? Is it actually showing up in real life? And if you were to be followed around by a camera crew for a week, secretly, and a report was made by the peers who reviewed that paperwork, what would they say? What would they say about you? Would they say, we followed around Steve Collins for a week straight? Every waking moment, we recorded everything he said and everything we did, and here is our conclusion. Here is what is most important to Steve Collins. Here is where he spends his money. Here is where he spends his time. Here is how he spends his time when he is there. Yes, we recognize that he thinks his family is important because he's around them, but he's on his tech 95% of the time that he is around them. So truly his tech and his work is more important. So every choice you make is a vote for the type of person you intend to become, and you have the ability to change who you are and what you are by changing what goes into your mind. If you do not like who you are and what you are and where you are, then you change what goes into your mind. You change what goes into your mind. You have the opportunity to take in new resources, new relationships, new information, new data, and then execute on those actions to move you towards becoming the type of person you intend to become. Now, here's the spooky thing. One of my favorite bands, Rush, I'm so brokenhearted to lose Neil Peart, the greatest drummer of all time, has a song called Free Will. And in Free Will, there is a powerful statement in the lyrics that says, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. You see, indecision is a choice. Indecision is a vote about you becoming a floundering, flaky person. Indecision is a vote for you not to be decisive and intentional. Indecision or avoidance of a decision is a vote for you to walk in cowardice towards your own goals and dreams. So there is no neutral ground when it comes to this equation. There is no neutral ground. Every choice you make is a vote for the type of person you intend to become. So I leave you with this final question that I've asked a couple of times, and this is it. Does your audio match your video? If you were followed around for a week and a report was made by total strangers who just said, we're going to look at the actions and activities that this individual has had for the last 7 days, and here's what we have determined are the things that are most important to them, because this is where they spent their time, this is where they spent their money, and this is how they spent their time when they were in these places. Would your audio match your video? Or would it be a wake-up call? The good news is, you can change course anytime you choose to if you're not seeing the results you want. Have a great morning, guys.